coffee. I'm going to work on the Redcat Racing Kaiju V1. The only reason why is because last time I left this car, everything was fine. I did a battery tray mod on it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, the first mod that you do isn't necessarily going to be the best mod, at least when it comes to stuff that I do. I do a lot of my stuff just off the cuff. Not a lot of thinking, not a lot of planning goes into it. My eyes see something, and I say, oh, well, maybe this will work. It worked for the time being, but I did come across issues that I knew were gonna eventually be an issue. So if I run this Kaiju on 6S, the V1, everything's fine. Something that I did not notice, which I think is pretty interesting. The one thing that I did not notice between the Kaiju V1 and V2, where there was a subtle change made in the chassis. And I took my battery that I know fits in, and the only reason why I know it fits in is from drop-in placement, right? So I went to go take the 6S pack because the Kaiju V2 is eventually just going to run on a single battery. I don't like the 2-wire deal. I never have. Some vehicles you kind of, have to have it. If you're running something that's 8S, it's obviously better to have 2 packs or whatever, balances out the vehicle or whatever. And then, charging the batteries, if you have a 8S special made pack, you're going to have an 8S special charger. It's just not going to work. I mean, maybe you could hook it up to your Tesla solar panel, battery wall bank, whatever it is. I don't even know. I don't have that, but I might have to. So, one subtle change that was made in the Kaiju V2 that I did not notice was the fact that not only was the chassis stretched, okay, it wasn't widened. It's the same exact width. And I think that's to accommodate some of the original parts. But that one change actually made it so you can fit a bigger battery pack. And it was something that was a very easy miss until, like I said, I took the battery pack that I know is going to fit in the Kaiju, like the V2, the battery pack that I knew was going to go in there. I went to go place it in this, and I was just like, wow, this doesn't seem like it's going to fit. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, then I guess it's time to swap over to the new battery tray mod that I definitely like better. This mod kind of kept some of the internal, like, strap componentry or whatever you want to call it. But what it did is it limited the size of pack that I could put in here. Now, this Kaiju V1 is extremely happy on 4S. It's a 6S capable vehicle, but it's like, it doesn't need it. It doesn't really provide any more smiles for miles in that sense. If you want to be able to control the V1 4S, it is at home, and your suspension, your components, your drivetrain, your ESC, your motor, everything, your gears, everything is just going to be that much happier running it on 4S. But 4S isn't going to get me speed. So the 6S brick that I'm going to throw in here is this right here. This fits in the V2. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit in the V1. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to jump into chat real quick. Still got to open that thing. Just, I don't know, not in that like mindset yet. I want to like keep ripping. It's like, it's weird. It's like, for some reason with me, I get stuck on a certain thing. Like right now, I'm really enjoying that speed jump spot. And the reason why is because there's it's giving me a very common base between all the vehicles. there's next to nothing for a variable. And when I say there's next to nothing for a variable, I think the only variable that I'm going to deal with right now is temperature and wind. Each day I've gone down there, there's been no wind, which is perfect for trying to get a base, like a baseline. So I'm realizing jumping over that speed jump spot, like what Earl Moorhead does, very, very similar to what Earl does, except I think Earl's is a little bit more telling. But under speed, this is kind of telling as well. So yeah, it's kind of like having a static area where realistically nothing is ever going to change other than me learning a better throttle control, because when the car gets out of control, it's teaching me to, I mean, it might seem monotonous to you, but it's not monotonous to me. It's teaching me, it's not the right hand. Well, whatever. It's teaching me to, like, hand-to-eye trigger coordination kind of thing, to where when I see the vehicle, depending upon where it hit, when I see the vehicle either nosing or, and I did mess up on the Kaiju V2, and I think Earl's the only one that noticed that. One of those speed runs that I did with the Kaiju V2, I totally blew the run because I just did it wrong. And I don't know. And when you hear me go, it's because I realized as soon as I did it, why did I do it that way? So certain things need to become second nature. There you go. Second nature. And the longer you do something, the longer you practice, the better you get, obviously. Maybe driving for me will never get any better. I don't know. I think I'm at my peak driving skills as of right now. But I'm going to jump into chat and just see who's in here. We got 21 people already. That's nuts on a Thursday. So we've got 6.0. I don't know what all the letters mean. Joe Girding's here. Thompson, Maddie, KGM, Trail Critter. What's going on, guy? Slash Raptor 93. What's going on, guy? Chainsaw. Good morning. Freddy's Toy Chest. Good morning. Riff Raff. What's going on, guy? Good morning to you as well. Don't forget to smash right. Appreciate that. Loco RC. Good morning. Blue Cuban. Good morning, man. I was chatting with you actually earlier today, kind of sort of through the YouTubes. Hardcore. Get a knife and cut the lipo down to size. I've never had a lipo explosion yet. And I think that's a good thing. But I do have some puff packs. I do have some puff packs that I'm going to do some tests on. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. What happens when you plug a lipo battery into 120 power? I'm going to do that. I'm going to run an extension cord out to the back track, and I'm literally going to connect a lipo to 120 just to see what happens. Never know. Is it going to trip a breaker? Or is it going to immediately explode the pack? Or like, what's going to happen? I don't even know. But I think it's going to be fun to find out. Lipo batteries ripping on 120. So AC current too. I know it's going to be a disaster, but the question is, do we see a lipo fire first? Or does it just automatically trip the breaker? Like, I mean, technically, I'm going to be feeding power to, like, you know what I mean? 120. Does the 120 have enough to push voltage? Am I going to blow out the whole street? Hey, you never know. I haven't seen anybody do that. I haven't seen anybody plug a lipo battery into 120 just to see what happens. But I do have a couple of packs. I used to be... I don't know, man. I have to say the HRB batteries that I used to like, don't like them as much now. And I still have like the HRB on my bench here. The only reason why I've got it on here is because it's gonna leave a horrible, clean looking, nice spot. It's literally gonna say HRB no matter what, and it kind of protects the table. And yeah, I don't know. HRB batteries in the very beginning, they seemed like they were okay, but they seem to be too temperamental. That's probably a good way of explaining the HRB batteries, is that they're a little temperamental, and I won't be buying those in the future. Well, I mean, can't say that. I mean, who knows? Maybe something will happen down the line where they become the next max amps, but I kind of highly doubt it. So their warranty seemed okay though. It was if I remember right, HRB's warranty was a pro-rated warranty, very similar to, I think it was, I think it's like an automotive battery warranty, very similar to that, a pro-rated kind of scale kind of thing, which I thought in the beginning was okay, but I've had too many problems with the HRB batteries for me, myself, to continue using them. I've got too many of them are puffed. And I want to say for no good reason, but it could be the fact that, I do kind of abuse batteries by accident. It's not on purpose. I never do anything like that on purpose. Like, I mean, do I full trigger stuff on purpose? Yes. Do I crash on purpose? No. Who the heck wants to crash? Does it provide content? Of course it does. Come on. Look at these people that set up 80-foot ramps and do all this other stuff. And, you want to see the destruction. You want to see how, can it take a beating? And right now, that jump spot, I think, is proving a couple of things to me. So just about every vehicle I have is going to hit that jump spot. Well, I mean, not the little cars. The little cars won't even do anything there. They'll just go meow. That's kind of dumb. It's like taking a tank and trying to just dump a tank. It's just not going to work. I don't mean a real tank. I mean an RC tank. Thompson, what's going on, guy? Look at you. Hey, Owen, you know what, man? You're right here right now. Can't show you the email. I hate to say this, guy. I know you've waited this long. I just received another excuse from my merch screen print place. I'm done. I'm done with them. My order, from what I thought I heard over the phone, my order was supposed to be either ready this Monday or it was supposed to be ready by the end of last week. So I called them. Nobody answered, which I'm kind of not surprised. They probably saw my name and we're not going to pick up the phone on that guy. The very next morning, I don't even know what time it was. Actually, can I show this? How do I do this? Because this is what I don't like about merch. So, Owen, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to refund your money. So if anybody that's on here is waiting for an order, there are 2 orders right now that are outstanding. One order was just brand new. So if anybody is considering or thinking about getting a 3X or a 4X shirt from me right now, don't waste your time. They will be in stock. But after this excuse that I just got, it has 100% made me realize that I chose the wrong local business to do business with. And this is where somebody had made a comment when I first started to do like merch. They were like, this is going to be your downfall. And I kind of was like, nah. I was like, you have no idea what you're talking about. And it can be true, man, because what happens is that if you start getting orders and you're basing your orders on, can't even say solid answers, because when something is out of your control, like how do you make up a plausible excuse? So I got an email. Let's see if I can pull it up on my computer. What I thought about doing was actually doing an update video on merch. I'm pissed, man. I'm super pissed. So I'm just going to refund anybody that's got an order. I'm going to send out an email. It's just two. It's 2 emails. It's really easy because there's only 2 people waiting for 4XL shirts. So you have no idea how pissed I was. I had to call my therapist yesterday about this. And when I say therapist, I had to call Earl Moorhead. I think I have a running bill with Earl. He's my couch time therapist. I just sit on my couch and I just complain about stuff, and he's like, guy. But I want to pull up this email, and I kind of want to read this. What I will end up doing is I'm going to post the email like literally right on the community post, because this is absolute ridiculous. What did they send it to? They sent it to... Is that the right one? No, that ain't it. Where is it? Maybe it's this one. And nothing is popping up. I'll tell you right now. I mean, and I haven't even looked and see if you responded, but that's what pisses me off. So I am already in contact with another company to continue my merch. Because you cannot do business with a company, local or not. 2 things that I don't like is this company uses the fact as a selling point. There's 2 things that they use as a selling point that got me. Number 1, veteran owned. So thought to myself, okay, veteran owned to me is going to mean a couple of things. Veteran owned means to me that the person, because they were military, has such a stupid way to think too. But this is the way I think. I'm looking at veteran owned. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, then that means they've got to have a higher standard for things. That was my thought. And then the fact that the individual's a firefighter, like it just makes it worse, man. It makes it worse. And I'm not even looking at chats, because I just piss me off, man, to no end. I'm telling you, Earl is gonna send me a huge couch therapy bill. I'm afraid of the bill when it comes in the mail. It's gonna be massive. Let me see where this email is. I want to like literally just read this right here. I'm so pissed. Why isn't my email loading? Where is it? Yeah, here it is. And I thought about this too. I thought about when I post this email, because it's going to be public, I should like fuzz out the name of the company, because I'm not interested in if the guy is really having like a tough time. I'm not interested in making things worse, because it's not what I want. But man, the stinking excuses, and then realizing that now I have got to do damage control on my end. Whoever said that merch was going to be my downfall, man, you're close. If you're even on here, you're stinking close. So this is what I got. So I called on Monday. This email is, did I call on Monday or Tuesday? Man, I'll have to look. Whatever it was the day that I called. The very next morning, I got an email. So December 21st, I got an email. So what was the date? What was the date on Monday? So I'm assuming that was a Tuesday, right? So on Monday, Yes. Look at that. See, I just pulled up my calendar. This is the way I am, man. I'm so truthful sometimes to my detriment. So on the 20th, I called them. I left a message. They never pick up their phone anyway. It always goes to voicemail, and I'm not exactly sure why, but it does. It always goes to voicemail, at least every time I feel like I've called. Oh, did I? No, wait a minute. One time I did call and I did get them, didn't I? Yeah, when I did that recording. Almost every time. 97% of the time. That should have been a clue right there. So on the 20th, I called them and I said, hey, I was very kind. I said, hey, this is, RC Guy Garage, just checking on my merch order. It's been a while. I haven't heard from anybody. I think you said it was supposed to be ready right now. Yeah, because the way she said it, like it's on the recording. Like if any of you are in here, and yeah, it's going to get me views. And if you haven't thumbs up the video, thumbs up it. But if any of you are interested, go to that video. It's very short. It's just the RC Guy Garage merch update. Go to that video. You'll hear her voice. You'll hear what she says. Did I put it on speakerphone? I think I did. I had to have. But anyways, when you hear, because that was December 13th, I believe. Yeah. So that was December 13th, and that's why I called on the 20th. So that was December 13th that I made the video, which I think was the same day that I did the call, because I think that's the same day I did the live. Sounds about right. Again, I'm not looking at no chat, so if you guys are killing me in chat, sorry. So the 13th, I called. They gave me the excuse. And I was kind of like, okay. It's just, I hate excuses, man. Dude, I'm telling you right now, being a business owner, there's been so many things that infuriate me about excuses from everyone else. And when I have to use an excuse, it burns me up, man. All right, so the 13th, I did the video because I called them, and they basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you haven't watched the video, just go check it out. Tell me whether if I'm crazy or not. I think it's a fairly short video, but that's what I want to know. Was I really stupid? Did I not understand what they were saying? That's kind of what I want to know. So do I even have volume? Yeah, good. Here I am. I'm out. I don't even know if there's any volume. So then I called them on the 20th. I left a message, a very nice message, just being, hey, I'm just checking on the order. Haven't heard anything. I think you said that it was supposed to be ready either today or the end of last week. The very next day, I get an email at 11:18 in the morning. Now, I'm trying to piece things together. Their shop opens at 10. I get an email at 11:18. So I'm thinking if they opened at 10, maybe they jumped in the shop and they were getting things going and they saw or whatever, or they realized, oh crap, we got to email Guy and give him another excuse. And this is where it gets tough because I am the type of person that wants to believe that people tell the truth. But because of having employees for years, even my own stinking employees lie. So you can't tell me that this possibly could be the truth and it could be just another excuse. Hello, Guy. I wanted to follow up with you today to give you an update. Number one, why are you emailing me? Why are you emailing me now to give me an update about my order? The good news is all of your tees are at the shop. Yeah, I already knew that last week when your wife said that the tees came in either that morning or yesterday, which that doesn't even make any sense. I'm just realizing this right now. I'm just literally realizing this right this very second. See, this is what's good about Alive and RC Guy Garage, is that all of a sudden, you know, things will click and I'll go, wait a minute, I never thought of that. So if the video, if I'll have to go watch the stinking video myself, but if in that video she said on the 13th, which was a Monday, if she said that my order came in yesterday, that means my order came in Sunday? Somehow I'm just not, I don't know, I'm just not being extra trustworthy or trusting. I'm trustworthy. I don't know, guy. Dude, I'm just refunding all orders. I just don't even want to look at comments right now. So the good news is all of your tees are at the shop. The bad news is that Blank and I'm saying Blank because it says her name. So I don't even know if like I should blur out her name or whatever. Because like I said, I'm not, if this is true, I just don't want to be that guy, but I'm getting pissed. The bad news is that Blank and I both have COVID and are homesick. I somehow highly doubt, I mean, I suppose it's possible. I suppose that Monday they could have been at the hospital when I called, you know, sick from COVID. And I mean, I suppose I should be believing that. I suppose. So I have to take like a breath. So that they're home COVID with COVID and they're sick. We will not be going back into the shop until after the holidays. And you have to understand like I used to have a non-existent fuse. Like, you know how some people are a firecracker and it's the length of the fuse that kind of dictates how you react. I used to have no fuse. And eventually, as I got older, the fuse got longer, meaning it would take longer for me to get aggravated or mad. Yeah, which was why I had to contact Earl right away. But so now they're not going to be in until after the holidays. Now, what does that mean? Because technically, in my mind, this is becoming not even what this stupid live was supposed to be about. And you can always click off if you don't want to hear me complaining. I'm freaking out. Freaking out, man. We're not going to be in the shop until after the holidays. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, great. Well, what does that mean? You're not even like, well, there's a holiday in July. Does that mean my order's not going to be ready until after July 4th? Because, whoa, there's a holiday. And I know I'm just being a jerk and there's Easter and all that other stuff. But when I see holidays, that's not giving me a date. And as far as I understand, is if you have COVID or whatever, like, I mean, are you like out of work for like weeks on end? Like, I mean, how can I... Oh, I gotta like, I actually need to like breathe. I'm getting mad right now. I'm getting mad because I'm reliving it. I'm reliving the stupid email day. So we will not be back into the shop. Take a deep breath. We will not be back into the shop until after the holidays. Okay. So what does that really mean, though? Does that mean like after Christmas? No, I'm assuming what that really means is I'm going out and getting hammered on the 1st or the whatever it is there, New Year's Eve, and I ain't going to be in the shop for a couple of days. That's literally what I'm at this point right now where that's what I'm thinking. So That's unacceptable, man. Because how many other orders are going to be supposedly, if this is really the case, and how long have they had COVID, and how long have they known that orders weren't going to go out, and why did it take a GD phone call in order for them to send me an email? So I will reach out when we are back in and your tees are ready to be picked up. I'm done. I'm done with this company. And I haven't even put out there how many excuses I've gotten from this company. And in the back of my mind, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, veteran owned, firefighter, he's doing the right things. I just, I'm in business to feed my family. Using the stinking excuses. And then if this is an excuse, part of me in the back of my mind still wants to believe but that just doesn't make it still doesn't make it right. And even my answer, so I replied, and I'll read you what I said in a reply. It was, in my mind, verbally said with such sarcasm. It was said with such sarcasm. So I replied to them at 11:28. So they sent me the message at 11:18. 10 minutes later, I replied to them. And I said, thank you for the update. I wish you guys a speedy recovery. Long pause because I'm clenching my fist so hard right now. All the blood is gone out of my fist. And that person that had said the merch is going to be your downfall, I was just like, man, that person stinking jinxed me because this is so bad. So this guy, Owen Rogers, has been very patient. I haven't read anything. He's been very patient. He's like, nah, don't worry about it, guy, but you don't understand what it does inside of me. That's the thing, man. That's the thing that is killing me because every time a merch order goes out, I see Owen's name right there, highlighted in yellow, saying unfulfilled. And I'm like, I hate the fact that I technically have this guy's money and his stuff hasn't gone out. You know what I mean? And then an order came in, I think yesterday. And I'm going to shoot them. It was either yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. It might either been yesterday or the day before yesterday. An order came in for a 4XL shirt. And it's just like, oh. So I think on my website, I've got to put a disclaimer that says, as of right now, they're not in stock. Man. I think it's the growing pains of certain things that are out of your control. And so I effectively yesterday, I have switched merch shops. I now am working with another shop that I should have worked with in the very, very beginning, because the conversation with this guy was semi-enlightening. And because I don't really do kind of online research, but it was semi-enlightening because the individual, not to talk bad about the other company, that's not what he was doing, and that's not what I was doing. So when I approached him, I just said, this has nothing to do with you. I'm thinking about switching my merch to your shop. I should have went with, this is literally what I said. I should have went with you guys in the first place, but I need to ask you a question. And I asked him about the whole, merch and shipping. And he let me know that, yes, for the clothing industry, finding or fulfilling things have been tough, but he gave me more of a reassurance of the fact that he's been in business for, I'm going to say 100 years. He's been in business for quite a while. And granted, it could all be talk, but the way he spoke is he said, number one for my company, number one is communication. And he said that within the merch industry right now, within like, clothing and stuff like that, it has been rough on, us graphic artists, because we've got to sometimes, instead of buying from, one warehouse or whatever they do, however they do it. I didn't get into the logistics of things, but he just basically said that, sometimes right now to try to fulfill like an order of 24 or something like that, I'm buying 6 from Texas. I'm buying 18 or 6 from Texas. I'm buying 7 from California. I'm buying, 3 from Canada. It's like, he said that it's getting better. He said he noticed that it is getting a little bit better, but it definitely caused some pain. But he said the biggest thing is, at least what I do is I'll call my customer and I'll say, I'm going to let you know right now what's going on. Because that guy realizes that, let's just say like merch was my only thing, I'd be out of business already. Because I'd be getting reviews like Owen right now could be like leaving like, horrible reviews. And he could be like, this guy, all he is full of excuses. I ain't got my merch. I'm not even going to tell you how much he bought. And I'm just like, what the hell? So, but Owen, just so it's on video right now, I don't know if you've answered. I haven't checked chat, but I'm shooting you an email and you're going to get your choice. Again, I'm telling you right now, guy, like, if anybody is considering 3 and 4X shirts, don't go to my merch store. Don't put in an order. Wait until I actually get the shirts on hand, like I have them in my hand. And maybe that's my learning process, that instead of listening to the promises of somebody else, to just make sure that my own promise can be fulfilled first. And that's that learning experience. Yeah. It's not as click and drag and drop as easy as I thought it was going to be. Certain things are. Like, but 4X and 3XL shirts, the guy actually said, he said, the funny thing that, probably you don't know is that when COVID hit, he said that, don't forget, a lot of those companies that made clothing also started making masks and started doing other things, to where it affected like the whole clothing industry, kind of like on down the line, like that domino effect. So I don't know, man. It just pisses me off, man. I feel guilt. And I shouldn't. You know what I mean? I should, but I shouldn't. So you're going to get an email today or tomorrow. I don't know, guy. I'm going to actually I'll send you the email so you can read it for yourself. But I think I'm going to do a community post, and it's going to show the email. It's going to have me going, here we go. Another excuse. I wish I could find that person that said merch is going to be my downfall. I really do, because I would literally post, I would have that thing, whatever it is, comment, and I would highlight it. Merch is going to be your downfall, guy. Oh my God. The videos are easier, except when you don't hit the record button. I did send the big rock too, and that's what's crazy. When I went out back, I don't even know why it didn't record. I really don't, but I don't know if I forgot or what the heck happened. I usually always will click the button and get out there. So anyways, I'm just going to jump into the chat. That was like a 20-minute. That was a 20-minute excuse, like whole thing. Did I lose people? No, it's 51 people here watching me complain. You guys are out of your minds. I just want to see what's going on here. Trail Critter. New to the hobby. Can't decide between a sentient or a slash. That depends upon your price range. They're probably similar, but because the slash has just got so much more part support, you might want to go with the part support end of it. And I know that's going to Traxxas. You'll pay more money, but I think maybe in the long run you won't. Riffraff, your girlfriend's phone started smoking 2 days ago, reminding me of the Chernobyl. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Kilani, what's going on? Good morning, girl. Yeah, I could actually say that because I know Kalani is a girl. That's funny. Just send you the 2 small shirts instead. You'll sew them together. Guy, I it's ridiculous. Good morning, Vince Vargas. Good morning. OGV1, you know it, guy. Shaming, right. Right. I'm not interested, Maddie, if that's what you're saying, I am not interested in shaming him, but I do want to post the stupid email, just block out who they are. Because it's not right. I mean, it's just I don't want to be that guy. Ordered 2 shirts. Yes, Kalani. So you're one of the ones. Yes, I would. Kalani, I would just point blank cancel the order. Unless you want to wait, but I wouldn't wait. But what I'll do is I'll shoot you an email and you can just make your decision or whatever you want to do. But like with Owen, I already told Owen, guy, I want to refund you money. Because I don't like the responsibility of having somebody else's money when that money could be used for something else. Like somebody else's merch or food or car parts. Yeah, I won't ever do Teespring. I think that's also what got me in trouble too, was the fact that I want to maintain that control. I want to ship the stuff out myself. I want that personalization. Yeah. GL, what's going on, guy? What's brewing? My anger. Seastone, good morning, guy. Earl, what's going on, guy? Oh, and oh my God, dude, you gotta not do that, guy. Just sign them, please. You'll frame them. I can remember things. No. All right, Owen Rogers. If you still want to wait, guy. Now remember, we are now talking after the holidays. If you still want to wait, do you want me to I'll sign a shirt. I'll get one of those paint. I think they have those paint pens like the silver paint pen, because somebody bought coasters. So I had my first coaster purchase the other day. So somebody bought posters and posters. They bought coasters, and they were like, the only request that I have is, will you sign them? And I was just like, well, that's weird. Number one, you won't be able to see the signature. Why do you want me to sign it? And I did. I just literally, I signed the back of the coasters, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, great. Watch what's going to happen now. Watch, somehow the person's going to take the drink. They're going to take like a nice ice cold iced tea. They're going to stick it on there. It's going to be 80 degrees or 90 degrees out. All the sweat is going to run off onto the coaster. And these coasters are designed to absorb. Don't put them in the dishwasher, but they're designed to absorb the moisture and dry out. But I was thinking, like, as I'm signing the back of the coasters, I'm like, watch. This guy's going to put a drink on there, or girl, going to put a drink on there, and my signature is going to be permanently embossed on whatever they placed it on. But Owen, so what I can do, how about this? How about this? Because if I send you a medium shirt, right? If I send you a medium shirt, like if you wait, if I send you a medium shirt, I'll sign it. And because it's smaller, you can then frame it. You just tell me, just send me an email, whatever. Shoot me what you want to do. I don't want your money. I just like, I'm so bent out of shape right now about this. Kalani, why'd you just send me money for an order that you haven't received? No one bought coasters for drinks. It's furniture, bad guy. Right? Oh my God. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to turn this. I'm not trying to turn this into like the, feel bad for me. That's not what it is. And I hate excuses. I just, like I said, I don't know if Earl saw that, but Earl, I'm going to be afraid of your couch therapy bill that you're going to send me. Guy, I'm going to have to send you a big therapy bill. And don't forget, Earl's a mechanic, so man, if you want to talk about Earl's flat rate, whew, Earl's therapy rates are insane. He's like, I'll guide you the right way, guy. Sit back, relax, listen to this. Listen to the sounds of the shop. You got the impact guns going in the back. You got wrenches flying across the room. Earl has, you guys didn't know? Earl's got soundtracks. Like you haven't found Earl's channel, Earl's soundtrack channel? Yeah, he's got the shop sounds soundtrack. You got impact guns, you got tires exploding, you got foul language in the background. God damn it. Then you hear a wrench like hucked across the shop, and you hear it hit a cement wall. It's got that special ting noise. A lot of times you don't want to see what a mechanic has to do to your car in order to fix it. Because when they break out the BFH, I've done it millions of times. Break out the BFH and they start wailing on your car. You're like, oh my God, what are you doing? Why are you hitting my rotor with a sledgehammer? You'll see. Why is my dog barking? I know exactly why she's barking right now. Before I started this live, I let her out. But now because she can hear me, she's being such a pill upstairs. We sent you money because we appreciate your channel. You're killing me. You're stinking killing me. But on the orders, I don't know what you want to do. I take it how I mean it. I don't care what you do either way. If you keep the order, I'm sorry, you got to wait. Or I could, wait a minute. I could also split the order too, though, couldn't I? How about that? I could either send it all, or I could split. Wait, you know what? I've never done a split order. Maybe I can't do that. Before I open my mouth, maybe I should do some research. Because I don't know if I can split ship my order. I don't care about what it costs to ship. Come on, I've sent stuff to Canada. I didn't realize Canada's prices were skyrocketing. Yeah. You don't have to make your decision in here for the whole earth to see. But I thought about that. I did think about signing some stuff. I think it's a little weird, but why not? You know, come on. It could be worth millions later. Oh my God. Do you hear her? She literally just wants to come down here. All right. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pan down to the truck. I do want to get this modified. I want to show you why I did what I discovered, why, like the difference in the chassis and all that other stuff. So, but let me just see. Fat Tony, what's going on, guy? I like that name. Fat Tony. You're going to have to censor your kids' room soon, as I'm hearing things in videos now. Uh-oh. Make your own garments, handmade and stitched by RC Garage. Yeah, right, guy. I don't know. I would like a signed shirt, but I have no problem. I don't know. Well, just, all you got to do is make the request. So if you want something signed, you got to make the request and you got to say where you want it signed, if you want it signed. When I did the coasters, I didn't know whether if I should sign the front or the back. The front didn't make sense because I thought to myself, well, you're never going to see it. So I signed the back of the coasters. Seemed to make sense. But if you want something signed, just tell me where you want it signed. You want it signed on the arm. You want it signed right on the chest. You want it signed on the back. Thought about getting, like I said, getting those fabric markers or whatever the heck it is. I think they have markers. The only thing, though, is if you sign something and it's a shirt and it gets washed, I think it'll get ruined. Because, like I said, don't put the coasters in the dishwasher. They don't survive. And you can ask me how I know, because I did my own tests. So before I released the coasters, I'm like, I'm going to do my own tests on this thing. So I put it through a wash cycle in the dishwasher, and I'll tell you right now, they definitely do not survive. But they'll survive your hot drinks, they'll survive your cold drinks, but if you leave a cold drink on it for stinking 24 hours, don't expect it to not bleed through, because it does. The coaster is designed to absorb the sweat. That's what it's designed for. Addicted, what's going on, guy? Do you write your real signature or do you sign it, Guy? What's my real signature? I can't. That's the one thing I can't do. I won't sign my signature, like my actual name that I like sign on checks. I'm kind of afraid of that. All I can see, like with all the technology that people have right now, all of a sudden I'll like go into my bank account and like there'll be like all these hundreds of checks all signed with my name, and it's like, that ain't me. You're like, I don't know, guy. This guy from like Zimbabwe, he cashed a $20,000 check out of your account. It was signed. No, I signed it RC Guy Garage. I've been able to. I practiced how to sign it. I think it came out pretty good. It looks. Call it chick. I call it chicken scratch. That's what it looks like. It's RC Guy Garage. So. Now I just signed the whole thing, RC Guy Garage. I thought about doing Guy, but Guy just kind of seemed weird. You're putting I'm putting the coasters on a table under glass. Are you serious, dude? Oh, it almost will make it like cushions, glass cushions. It would be the back right below the design. The back right, like at an angle, like whoosh. I could do that. But and we'll chat on email. Probably be better. So I thought about doing a this will probably kill people, and people probably won't. Actually, you know what? This is a kind of a good idea. Christmas Eve, I'm going to do a live on Christmas Eve. And the reason why I thought about this, I was like, okay, well, sometimes during that, part of the holiday, people will take the time and they're like, hiding presents and doing all the stuff that you do for Christmas, right? And I thought to myself, well, you know what? It wouldn't be bad to do a live on that day, because instead of watching another, watching a Christmas story for like the 100th time, you could watch RC Guy Garage live on Christmas Eve. So yeah, so what's that? Tomorrow, right? When's Alexa? When's Christmas?
Christmas is 2 days away, on Saturday, December 25th.
Right.
If you're dreaming about Christmas, I can enable the ambient vision skill and set the scene. Want to try it?
No, thank you, because I'm going to be the ambient visual. No, but I thought about that. So on Christmas Eve, I'm going to do a live. So tomorrow, I'm going to do a live. And like I said, that way, we can all hang out, whoever chooses to show up. We can all hang out. You can wrap your presents, do whatever you're doing. And yeah, I think that's a great idea. The RC Guy Garage Christmas Eve special, or something like that. Holiday special, or before the holidays. I gotta be generic with the title. So, all right, I'm gonna go grab my dog, but I'm gonna break into this kaiju. I want to get this thing going. It's already getting late. Wow, it's already 11. I have a battery all set up for this thing, ready to rip. If anybody's asking about trash bag, it's coming. That thing is such a waste of money. Oh my God, it's such a waste of money. All right, I'm going to get my dog because she's flipping out. But this is the Kaiju V1, so I'll be back. I'll be right back. Schedule the live, yes. So all three dogs are now in the shop. Daisy, you're so in the way. Come on. All right. So this is the Redcat Racing Kaiju V1. I'm going to show you the differences right now real quick if I can. You got batteries all, you didn't see those batteries just sitting here. We got a bunch of little miniature. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I personally just don't like these. I don't trust them. I don't like them. This is going to be I should plug this into 120 and see what happens. All right. I gotta put these batteries somewhere. But just always be careful with your LiPo batteries. Don't just leave them like this all over the place. Let's see. 4S packs everywhere. Especially ones like this, man. Not necessarily, so I won't show the brand, but especially ones that are like this. Because these packs are just so powerful. This is a 9,000 pack. This is a 6,000 pack. This is a 4S. That's obviously a 6S. It's just, man, if these things go up, these are, and I don't expect these particular batteries to go up because of the brand. But if these batteries go up, man, you're not stopping that fire. So really be conscious about how you treat your LiPo batteries. Try your best to not treat them like I do. Just don't. So bad. You've got plenty of space to lay down. You got all the floor. You don't need to be right under my legs. All right. So this is what I discovered just today. Well, the reason why. But I didn't notice this until today. I knew the battery pack fit in the original Kaiju. And isn't this a shame? This motor is brand new. And the X-Max killed it. Brand new. It's a 1250 kV. Brand new. And Trash Bag killed a motor. And it was my fault. All right, so here's the V2 Kaiju. Oh, you're going to drive me nuts, Daisy. You're going to drive me nuts. All right. So when you just glance, or when I just glanced at the two chassis together, right? When I glanced at the two chassis together, obviously you can see the big difference right away is the fact that between the two chassis, you've got one that's short and one that's long, okay? But the thing that I didn't notice, I mean, I saw it, but I didn't really see it. Like my eyes saw it, but I didn't see it. The battery tray in this one is wider. So you see that? See that battery tray? The battery tray is actually wider than this one. And does anybody have any idea why the battery tray is wider from this one to this one? Anybody have a clue? This is the Kaiju V1. That's why it looks so much cleaner. This is the way the battery tray is modded better to this one. Does anybody see a difference, a noticeable marked difference as to why a battery like this fits inside better? And those are my favorite cookies. I'm never going to lose weight, man. So a battery like this fits, obviously in this, absolutely mint. But then when you go and stick it in over here, it just doesn't. So just out of curiosity, looking at those two, does anybody have a clue? Trash Bag killed it, but guy was driving. Yes. Yes. Let's put it this way. Trash Bag is what killed it, but guy was the installer. Say it more like that. Say it more like that. It wasn't my driving. I know my driving's horrible, but it's because I was the mechanic. There you go. There you go. It's because I was the mechanic. That's why. So I don't know if anybody answered or notices the difference, but does anybody notice the difference? Just have marshmallows waiting for the, yeah, I don't want to eat that stuff. Daisy, I can't believe you just lit me up. Oh, and this is why I don't like her being in the shop. She just lit me up every single time. All right. I don't know if anybody noticed a difference. Does anybody notice a difference? How my is delay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the delay is huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like a 6 or 7 second delay. Demon King, take your time. Because one tray is built in the chassis and one is removable. No. All right. So, very, very kind of easy. When I noticed that the battery did not fit in the Kaiju, initially, obviously, because this is what I was going to do is today. Come on. Why you do this to me, phone? So initially what I was going to do is do the battery tray mod that I did in this. So obviously, get rid of the, grind down the edges, run the battery straps underneath, and slot the chassis brace that runs along the bottom of it. And then just run the straps just the way it is. And it's been working. It's been working mint. No issues, no drawbacks. Everything's perfect. So I want to take this mod and I want to bring it over to this. Now, when I did this initially, did this mod, I just was doing whatever I could just to get this done. So I was thinking kind of one tracked or single-minded. And I realized while this worked, it doesn't work if I want to put a bigger battery in. That was one of the biggest things, was me wanting to put a bigger battery in and realizing today that that wasn't going to be possible. So what it is it's the width of this section of the chassis. So what they did is they made the edge is actually thinner. And it's thinner by a considerable amount when you think about millimeters. So the original chassis width comes in at so the original width is 12.22, right? The width on the new one comes in at almost 8. That's a big difference. That's giving you, what, 4 or 5 more millimeters, right? What was this coming in at? What did I say this was? Did I say this was 12? Yeah, 12. So 12 to 8. That's a good amount. So that definitely makes it so that you can fit a bigger width battery in it. So that was one thing that I noticed today. And that was just by taking the 6S brick that I already knew that fit in here, trying to put it in here and realizing, oh yeah, crap, I'm going to have to cut out the little mounts. And then I'm looking at it, I'm going, why does the battery tray just look, it doesn't look as wide. So, but today I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to unbox the Wide Max thing there that I got. So that thing right there, I'm going to unbox that thing. I'm going to speed rip at the new jump spot, and then I'm also going to, come on, work. I'm going to run this original Kaiju, and I want to get a speed test without these tires. I'm going to throw the belted on. I've already tried to do speed runs with this thing. This does not speed run with Kaiju tires on it. So I'm going to throw on the belted tires. But I'm just going to remodify this to make it better than what I did, because what I did, while it works, it doesn't, because having a bigger battery tray without these little pieces to also mess up your battery, because that's the other thing too, is if you only run soft packs, those pieces right here, these will eventually rub through your battery and cause an issue. So that's another thing that I don't like about the Kaiju. But when you grind them out, then it's all good. So just going to basically just grind this out of here. And in order to put this in, I actually did have to drill 2 holes through my chassis in order to get these screws in. So I'm going to have to seal up that hole. This is a Game Changer fan with what looks like a microphone topper. It's not. This is actually fish tank media. Fish tank media. Worked out really well. But I'm also going to get rid of this little post thing here, because I don't want it. Everything's just in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grind down these pieces. That's also why I had that thing up here. I'll figure out something else with wire management. Good dog, please don't light me up again. And I just used a Dremel. Watch your ears. That's basically it. Just make sure that the stuff doesn't get like in your coffee. Make sure your coffee is far enough away so the pieces don't get in. Yeah, no, I know. But these are good discs. You know, you don't like my fingers are there? You know, lose some fingers? Guy, I've been grinding for years. It's no excuse. I've been grinding for years. Get a look like that. See, I use my finger as like a guide. Perfect. Now, I'll do this end right here. And I want to cut this little piece off as well. So I don't know if I'm going to slice it down this way or if I should just break it off. I think what I'll do is I'll just snap it right off. Also wear ear protection too. Because if you don't protect your ears, especially when you're doing stuff like this, that can be detrimental to you as well. So just get rid of these little things here. Can my flash create more light? I think the flash can actually. Yeah, the flash just gave me more light. I am going to be smart enough and move the Game Changer fan out of the way because right now it's actually in my way. So I think I can just snap it off. Right. come on. And it's on there. Ugh. All right. I know, Daisy, you gotta be right on top of me, but please don't. Just relax. You're fine. I should use a harsher sandpaper to make faster work of this. Just want to get any burrs or anything that could puncture the battery out of there. A little bit of a sharp thing right there. Why is everybody holding their breath? Come on, guy. You know why. Because they're just waiting for that disc to crack in half and go flying into my finger or my eye. We've had some disasters on this channel. We've had bloodbaths already. Was anybody here for the bloodbath? I didn't even know, man. I didn't even know I cut myself until I saw blood everywhere. Can we get a signed coffee mug? Yes. COVID and coffee. So I think I might need to just trim. I'm going to use a harsher sandpaper on that just to cut it down a little bit quicker. I'm going to use a little bit of maybe 120. Can't seem to find my thicker paper. 120 should be all right. Just want to get any of the sharp stuff off of here so that the battery pack doesn't get punctured just by being here. have to trim it just a little bit more. Yeah, I think I might. Oh, it doesn't feel that bad though. That might be all right. I think I'll go with that. I'm going to do the speed passes without a fan on the motor, because I don't want anything to draw any more power out of there than that needs to be. Give it an unfair advantage, you know. That's what I'm all about. Unfair advantage. All right. I think we're good. That feels good. Now, I've got to slot. I got to slot the little chassis piece here. So to do that, I got to remove. Basically, I got to remove the entire under section of the chassis thing here. Got to remove the whole thing in order just to slot these two little slots in here. Doing this is also going to give me a good look at my diffs too. It kind of shows the negative and the positive to the diff fluid that I use for the ring and pinion. And I keep saying negative and positive because in reality it really is. There's a positive and there's a negative to how I do this. But the negative for me far outweighs the positive. No. The positive outweighs the negative. Oh my God. The opposite way, guy. The opposite way. The negative far outweighs the positive to anything that I do. Oh my God. Whoops. Gotta laugh, right? Wrong way. You gotta laugh sometimes, man. That's what this is all about. You gotta laugh. The negatives far outweigh the positive. All right. So taking this cover off, what this should show is like I said, it'll show the positives and the negatives of the diff stuff that I use. Did I already lose a screw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I didn't. How did I? Almost felt like I lost a screw. So now this piece will come off, and you'll see nothing but a positive. Look at that. You will see nothing but a positive of why I use this grease. Because I can see that the gears are coated with the orange. And I think that's what I'm trying to show. I will toss in another little smackerel of stuff on there, but I like the way this fluid seems to work. So and I believe I've got to take something off on the front in order to keep this piece with this. If I remember right, I believe I have to take off the 2 screws that are attached to the front thing there. So just clean this. Look, see all that? That was a negative about this particular setup, is that some stuff has like little pockets that grit kind of stay in. These 3 little pockets right here. Grit, just because of, how this is all put together. Grit likes to be able to get right inside those pockets. So when you're taking this apart, here's the positive, here's a negative. A positive is that it's this stuff kind of almost creates like a natural, kind of almost like a seal, where contaminants don't seem to really get inside. It seems to coat the gears really well. It looks like I still have some of that, marine grease in there. Initially, I was using also marine grease, but I got rid of that, and now I just use the orange stuff that I use. So, but where it gets into these pockets, what's good is that at least it will keep the stuff in there. So you saw when I popped this off, instead of all that grit going down inside the diff, it stayed in those little pockets. And that's not like something that I planned. That's just something that happens. A positive. Where a positive can be really a positive and not a negative. So I'm just going to clean these areas for now. I am going to have to tip this thing upside down. So I just want to make sure that nothing's going to get in there. Or on here. Because in the front, in order for that bumper piece to come off, number one, wire's going to come with it. Number two, pop off just these 2 screws, and I think that whole skid plate and bumper setup will just rock down. So just these 2 screws here on the top, which connect to the front gear case. And this bumper should just come right off. I don't think, I know there's a center screw, but I don't, no, wait a minute. There is a center screw. So this center screw too. Oop. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I don't have one. Check that out. When I reassembled this, I never put the front center screw in. At least I don't think I did. Wait a minute. I gotta take the 2 screws out. What am I doing, guy? I'm going ahead of myself here. Now these screws. I wonder why it wasn't coming off. Oh. So now this piece should come off. Not too bad. Clean it up a little. I just realized I did forget to put in a screw that attaches that skid plate and everything and keeps things more solid in the front. So I am going to have to find a screw to go ahead and put in there because I just realized that I never put it in. So now this little skid plate should come off. We'll get a good look at the gears. And you can see how they're coated. See what I'm saying? The gears are coated. And I will take another little smackerel and throw it in there. But it has a tendency to just work really well. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I'm going to throw another blob in there, but I'm going to clean up all this sand that you can see that's right here. make sure I wipe away so I don't wipe any grit inside. There we go. Beautiful. So it looks like this one just needs a little bit more grease on it, but it looks pretty good. So you can see there's a channel of dirt right in there. Need to get rid of that. Same thing, you can see the grit stuck inside there. Again, I'm not recommending you do it this way. This is just what I do. It works really, really well. I just won't recommend it. Always wear gloves. Don't get this stuff on your fingers. Always, always, always have some type of protection for yourself. That's good. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm up to slot my these pieces. So I'm setting up to slot these pieces for the straps to come through. It's funny, I don't remember how I did that. I must have done it on, oh, I did it on my grinder. So I don't think I want to break out my grinder to do that, but I'll go ahead and just fit these on. And I obviously want to mark on there. And I'll just use this and go across because I want to mark out where my straps are supposed to go into that chassis. And I'll just use something to scribe it. Scribe it on this side. Right there. And this one isn't going to work that way. This way, it's going to have to go like this on this side. Yeah, your camera's in the way. Can't see what I'm doing. And this one, about there, I think. Stinking camera's in the way. So right there, right there, right there, and right there. And all that's going to do is just allow me to be able to put my strap through. So, and I think the only thing that I'm realizing about this particular truck is because this ribbing is that much bigger. I'm not sure if the I'm not sure if there's enough strap length on this one. Maybe just for some, like, you know, couple speed runs, but maybe not for bashing. Might need to get a longer strap for this particular thing running on 6S. Like I said, I'm only doing this to button up the battery tray because this battery tray was wrong. I'll be able to fit different size packs in here a little bit better. I won't have to worry as much about soft packs anymore. With the soft packs, kind of always worried about those edges, kind of like cutting through. And I'll show you what I mean by cutting through. Is I know I've got a battery here that was getting sliced up. I don't know where it is. But I had one of these packs getting sliced up by that thing. The batteries are probably in the X-Max. Yes, the batteries are still in the X-Max, in case anybody's wondering. They're still sitting there. Are they plugged in? I have no clue. They could be, they might not be. All right. So the first time I done this, I used my grinder. That might still be the better choice. Just because there's a little bit more control. Trying to use the other thing there, I won't be able to control the depth, where at least with the grinder, I can go in and control the depth a little bit better. So I'll figure out what I want to do here. Do I want to use my grinder? Yeah, I think I want to use my grinder. All right. Joe Daisy. So I've got to kind of clear off a little bit of a spot here. Gotta watch out for my screws. My coffee. So take off this chassis piece. And I basically just want to grind that away just enough for the strap to kind of sink in. And because this does kind of go into the channel, I want to make sure that I go deep enough. slotted just enough for the strap to get in, and the strap itself will seal the hole. Now I just want to see if this is enough. Might not be enough. Get this in here. See if this slot is enough. It's probably not. Kind of almost looks like it's not enough yet. But I'm just going to feed the strap in there just temporarily. Yeah, see, this is the other thing that was happening to the strap. It was tearing. So this strap is pretty much going to be useless soon. So I guess it's good that I'm checking that now. So if I go this way, right? Because then it's going to go in, yeah. So this needs to come through here, which it looks like there's a little bit of a burr right there. So let's see if this is enough. And that is perfect. Just enough. Mint. So that one's perfect. Let's go ahead and just grind this one away. Now, whenever you grind something, this is not the way you're supposed to do it because it could slip down. So just be careful, especially if it's metal. See if that was enough for this back one. Might have to touch that one again. I don't know if I got it enough. But I also need to find the strap. Again, always use the ear protection. You don't need to waste your ears. And we are going this way. Just a quick little test fit here. See what we got. And that is, that's a bueno. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Now, you know what? I'm going to just give it a little bit more of a touch. Seems like it might be hanging up right on there. think that is going to be it. And seems like that's it. All right. Yeah, cool. It works. So I said I was going to throw just a touch more grease in there. And just a little smidge more in the front as well. Just a slight amount. Same thing on the front. Wrong bit. So I need the back piece. It's this piece here. He got stuff all on the inside of the screen now. Kind of like smell-o-vision, but not. Make sure that strap is there. Ah, that one's stripped. That stinks. That Must be from a prior stripping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that little thing there. I'm going to just snip off a little piece of zip tie, jam it in the hole, and be done. Excuse me. I usually put the thicker end in there, and then I'll do it by hand. So fit that down and in, provided it gets down in there. And I'll just do it by hand if I can find the driver. I put all my stuff away too the other day. How come I can't find my driver? That doesn't make any sense. I put all my stuff away, but I can't seem to find the driver. What the heck? You gotta be kidding me. I think I need this grinder out of here. I think it's hiding tools. Oh, of course it's going to get wrapped around the wheel. Come on. Oh, get wrapped around that one. Nice. All right. I got this driver here. That's not what I'm looking for. Where is my blue driver? What the heck? That's kind of messed up. I guess I didn't put all my tools away. Or I put them away so well, now I can't find them. Well, I wanted to do that one by hand. Well, I guess I'll just chance it. Oh, pulled the piece out. Just chance it. Ah, wrong size. Surprise, mother! Some fries, mother. That's better. Oh, that one's stripped out too. Awesome. Another piece. Now this truck is old, so things being stripped like that, I'm not surprised. All right, now the bumper. And I did discover, like I said, I had one screw that I never put in. So I will have to figure that one out. So this bumper goes in better if I do it this way to actually align it. Ooh, look at all that dirt. Weight savings. So those go into the channel like that. And like, come on, guy. Get in there. Go to your home. There you go. And that's held in place by these two screws, which I need a long one to go in that way. Oh no, Earl, your scorched order's missing? Oh no. That's no good. That is garbage, man. All right, now I just need a screw just to go through the center, which probably get out of this thing right here. See a long screw right there. And that's probably even the screw. Well, yeah, it's the only one long screw that's in there. And I bet that one's it. Wouldn't that be funny? And that one just goes through the front right here. Oh, that's not it. That definitely went too far. So it's not that screw. It's another one right here. That one, let's go with that one. Because I don't know what that screw's from. Obviously, it's not that one. Wait a minute. Maybe it is it. Because that did nothing. Huh. Oh, it actually is the screw. What I thought was stripping. Well, you know what? This doesn't seem right. What it could be. It might not be that screw at all. That might be. It's not that screw. So it's not a cap or a button. It's actually one of those tapered ones. So let's see here. It's probably too short. Now I'm gonna just throw it in. See if it even makes it. Let's see. Nope. Didn't even make it. So definitely needs to be longer than that one. Get out. So it's not that. Huh. All right. I just don't have the screw. Well, I know a screw is supposed to go in there. Looks like I might not have it. Well, I guess because that other long screw fit, maybe I'll just throw it in. I guess it's better than nothing, right? You taking off? Riff? Good enough. All right. Redcat Racing Kaiju is basically ready for its 6S pass. I said that I wasn't going to do a motor fan, but maybe I still should. You know what I'll do is I'll take the fan with me and I'll slap it on if I feel I'm getting too much heat. I'll just go a little bit easier this time with how I do this. So I've got to reroute these wires, bring them like over here somewhere. Kind of want to keep them out of the way of the ESC, but I think that's going to be maybe a negative. Because right now, with the way they are, could stuff them down in there maybe, like this. Looks like that might keep them out of the way. So I guess down like that for now will be all right. They're out of the way. Straps gonna work perfect for that pack. Should be able to wrap that pack in there now, I hope. And we'll go this way with it. Yeah, it fits way better. Only thing, looks like it'd be better off this way. Yeah. And then the straps, hopefully, they're gonna make it. Oh no! They don't really make it. So with that extra thickness of the chassis, I may have to just bring the straps right now just through here for now. And that's relying on the chassis, which I didn't want. But for now, at least for this run, I guess that'll be all right. Yeah, something like that. So now the battery will fit in there nice. Plug in the wrong way. I've still got the wrong connector on here. You got to be careful. This is how I popped one of my ESCs. You got to make sure if you are connecting EC5 to XT90, you got to make sure you do it. Just got scared. Got to make sure you do it the right way, because this is not a safe connection at all. This is not the 100% not the right way to do it. So do not connect XT90 to EC5 or IC5. Absolute junk. Bad maneuver. Don't do it. Horrible. Can't stress it enough. You will you will pop an ESC by reverse connecting it. So, see you later, Riff Raff. It was good having you, man. All right. So now I just got to swap out with the big tires. Get these little things off of here. Little things. Get these tires off. And we'll see what the Kaiju has in it for speed. With belted tires. Snow is telling you in -5-degree weather. What's the matter, guy? Come on, you got to be used to that kind of stuff by now. It's what you live and breathe. 5 degrees and snow. You bought a set of paddles for the Slash? Nice. Looks funky, man, with these big tires on there. Doesn't look right. daughter was calling me. I wonder why. Crap. Why would she be calling me? Hello? Hey, sweetie. No? What do you mean? Yeah? Yeah, of course you were. It's okay. Just talk it out. Right. 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 Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, she may have been wanting to tell you that she had it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe she was just waiting to talk to you personally. I know. Right, you're right. You're right. I know. She just... I know. She just wasn't thinking. Just... I know. I'm sorry, sweetie. I know. Right. Well, maybe she was thinking that she would limit, you know, her... Right. Right. No, I'm sorry, sweetie. I know. Aggravating. Yeah. Okay. Well, I love you. All right. Bye, sweetie. Oh, sorry about that. All right. Yeah, this thing is basically ready. So this is the Redcat Racing Kaiju V1. It's going to be ripping on 6S. It's technically stock. The only change that we've done now is threw on the Kaiju V2 belted tires just to see if I can get a, just to see what I can get for a max speed, just because I'm having a blast. And I think, I think that's like the part of some of this, like I was saying before, I seem to kind of get like stuck. Once I seem to like get on something, I don't know, I get stuck on it. You know what I mean? I want to keep going with it. I want to now, basically, the content for my channel may become kind of monotonous, only because my plans right now are to take every RC that almost every RC, like, because what you don't know is I charged up batteries for that thing right there. I have not driven that in over a year. So I charged up batteries for that thing because I want to see what that thing does at the little speed jump spot. We're going to see it. If you don't know what that is, I won't even tell you, but that vehicle right there that you haven't even seen on the channel for like, I don't know, since I got it. So I think I did an unboxing. I drove it like once. You sometimes get into that rhythm of, realizing that speed stuff is fun. And I am having a blast. I had to look inside my coffee, make sure there's nothing in there. Will the tires rub on this thing? Yeah, of course they will. I gotta shred the body to pieces. But I'm not planning on crashing. This platform is definitely not for speed by any sense of the measure. I've gone this route before. I do have to make sure that my front, actually, you know what? I gotta set up my front shocks. I want to give this thing a chance, so I'm gonna basically take the shock collars, the spring collars. I'm gonna take all of the front spring rate out, so that at least it's got some kind of rake. It's not gonna, though. As soon as this thing's under power, it doesn't matter what I do to it. It's gonna lift up this front end and go. So have I learned anything? Here's a good thing right here. Have I learned more throttle control? And this vehicle right here is ultra sketchy on road. It's a square. So ultra sketchy on road. Have I learned to go easier on the throttle? And I think this truck is going to show me, because this thing 100% does not belong on the road. 100% does not belong on the streets. But it's going on the streets, and the front end is actually down right now. Isn't that funny? Just that little bit of... Let me show you. Here, look. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that. That's its natural sitting position right now. All I did was just go like that. So it naturally right now has a rake. So I think that's asking for speed. So you get like, at least I do. I get that like speed bug. Maybe it might make me do an unboxing of the Vendetta. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I do have to open up that thing. I got a ton of stuff to do, guys. There's literally never enough time. There's never enough stinking time. There really isn't. I got the back jacked up a little. Not a lot, but I think I'll apply a little bit of just a little bit though. I'm going to apply a little bit of spring tension to the back. I'll just start going to apply half. And I think that's what's good about that new little spot that I'm ripping at, is that I feel genuinely it's teaching me throttle control. Do I get out of hand sometimes? Yeah, I do. It's fun to get out of hand every once in a while, though. That is really raked now. Look at it's a certified speak rake. That just looks wrong. That looks so wrong. Kaiju is definitely not supposed to be set up like that. That definitely looks wrong. So I think this was a good live. We had a bunch of people show up. We got 33 people here. We got 49 at least thumbs ups. I know I think we had a top of like 51 at one point, which is absolutely crazy. And for you people that are new or you people that are just stopping by to say, hey, what's up? You know what to do. You know what to do. Do one of those. And if you feel inclined, if you are not subscribed to the channel, said it before, you already know what to do. I'm not going to beg for them, but just do it. So, yeah. This Kaiju has been through a lot. It really has. This thing has suffered so much full throttle toggle switch, like just on off. For this thing to still be running, and yes, I have replaced parts. I actually do have one upgrade, so I lied. I think I said there were no upgrades. There is actually one upgrade right there. So I did replace the steering rack. They call that a steering rack. So I did upgrade that to the all aluminum one. And I did buy the all aluminum one for the Kaiju V2 because I know at some point it is going to break. That piece is kind of designed to break. And when you buy the aluminum one, I think the aluminum one's only like $20. And I believe the factory original plastic one is like $7.99 or something like that. Don't even waste your time just getting the plastic one, get the aluminum one, and you'll be straight. I mean, if you want to keep the plastic one and just keep buying steering arms or whatever it is, steering racks, you can. But take it from me. So, all right. So this was Redcat Kaiju V1 battery tray mod. This was COVID and Coffee. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I'm going to get out there and rip it right now. I've got a battery pack already in it, ready to rip. I'm taking out that vehicle right there. So that vehicle right there that hasn't seen the streets forever. I got batteries for that. I still need to unbox the X-Max Wide. Yeah, X-Max Wide. I still need to unbox the X-Max is a sore subject, man. Trash bag. Just, let's put it this way. Trash bag was put together by a hack. Okay? I'm a hack. And that's why trash bag just doesn't survive one battery pack. It doesn't even survive a quarter pack. Doesn't survive a quarter pack. So, now I don't like looking at the V1. I don't like looking at the V1 looking like that. If you haven't got yourself a RC Guy Garage sticker, go on to the merch store, buy yourself some shirts. If you want to be on the waiting list for the 3X and 4X, by all means, go ahead. But as of right now, the 3X and 4X are just a sore spot with my screen print place, and I'm done with them. So, but they will be here. But don't forget to go ahead and get yourself an RC Guy Garage sticker and get yourself some coasters. The shirts are pretty cool. Just like I said, 3X and 4X, you kind of got to wait. So I hate that. That's the whole thing about this merch stuff that was pretty frustrating. So, and I don't know who said it, but somebody out there was like, Guy, merch is going to be your downfall. And I was like, nah, never. Monster Jam Guy. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. As always. I will figure out, I don't know what size shirt you are, but I will figure out for the new year, I'm going to change it up, and I am going to open it up to foreign things. It's just the hard part is I've said it 100 times, million times, whatever. The whole shipping thing is an absolute disaster. It's very expensive. And, you know, I do say, I mean, and I shouldn't talk because I pay, when I got my scorched stuff, I paid the shipping on my scorched. And I didn't realize, I mean, that's expensive. I don't know. Let's put it this way. If you're going to buy anything and you're from like across the pond, make it worth your shipping cost. Buy it all. Buy like 5 shirts because it's all going to go in one box. I'm going to like jam it in there. I'm going to use like a press. I'm going to press all the shirts into one box. It's going to be duct taped. That thing could probably survive another Chernobyl. So it's going to be a box in a box with duct tape. You're going to be yelling at me. Guy, would you use a whole roll of duct tape? Yeah, guy. And super glue. And trash bags. So I don't know. I just want the stuff to arrive safe once I do open it up to far away places. In the United States, I feel kind of more confident. Like I said, it was open to Canada. I just, again, it's that learning experience of like, holy crap, shipping is nuts. So I don't know. All right. I'm going to get out and rip some RCs. Hopefully you guys get a chance to, if your weather's good enough. I know Frankie was saying it's like -5 and snow. Yeah. Just stay inside and wrench on something. Stay inside and go watch some RC Guy Garage reruns. Don't forget those thumbs ups. All right. I'm out. Monster Jam, again, thank you for that super chat. Definitely appreciate it. So we've got Monster Jam. We have Earl Moorhead. Expensive parts won't show up. Right. You paid extra too. Yep. Sergeant J. What's going on, guy? Sergeant J, you're posting a new vid now. Awesome, man. Frank, when is the leather jacket going to become available? Yeah, guy. Yeah, you know what? What's funny is that Earl Moorhead let me know that the company Members Only, remember that company? Was anybody buy a Members Only jacket when like they were like popular? I mean, I guess he was saying that he said that the company is still alive now, Members Only. But does anybody remember the actual Members Only jackets? Yeah, I had 2 of them. Stupid. But maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe there could be like a RC Guy Garage Team Not One Pack, you know? What do they call it? Windbreaker? Something? With some stitching on the back? Yeah. Could be a possibility. I don't know. I think it's too much money for all that stuff. I think t-shirts are where it's at. T-shirts, stickers, coasters, keychains. Don't forget the keychains. Those are pretty cool. Like I said, they're small enough so they don't get in the way. I don't even know where they are. I had a couple on deck here. You can attach them to your wheelie bar and use them as truck nuts. So it's up to you. I don't care. Just buy them. All right. So, yeah, this is the end of COVID and Coffee. I am going to do a holiday. I think I'll call it like Holiday Eve live, something like that. And it will go over, obviously, into Christmas Day. And I think just because. I don't know what it's going to be on, but you know, if you're wrapping presents or you're putting things under the tree or whatever you're doing, if you're kicking back, sipping on some iced teas, maybe you might want to join the show. I may schedule it today so that, you imagine that? Schedule a live like literally a whole day ahead of time. Because people will pop in and, you know, leave messages and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. So I actually don't know how that works. Can you schedule a live a whole day ahead of time? I don't think I've done that before. I think the longest I've done was 3 hours ahead of time. I don't know if I can schedule a live a full 24 hours plus. I never thought of that. Maybe it won't work. I don't know if that'll work. I'll have to check into it. But I got to get out and rip. All right. Out of here. Christmas Eve live, right? Some kind of something like that. Members only. Yep. Members only jacket. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for coming to this COVID and Coffee Redcat Kaiju V1 battery tray mod. It's a thing. It actually works. You can fit bigger packs in it. So I'm out. Thank you guys for coming, and we will see you maybe tomorrow or later today or something. I'm out.